Hello everyone and welcome to a full POV day at the Freeride World Tour in Kicking Horse. This is what it's like to compete on a Freeride World Tour event. Wake up 8:40, not too early, there's much worse. Grabbing my clothes that I had already prepared the night before. Back protector, wearing a back protector since I'm born basically. Avalanche beacon, just as important as underwear. My MGG pants and my perfect warm Canadian Redbull beanie.
I'm nervous. Why?
Ready, dude?
No. I hate this shit. Why do we do this? I'm just kidding. It'll be chill.
Shout out to A-Paul, staying with me in the room. Best roommate ever. He keeps wondering why he's doing it, but he keeps doing it. So, joke's on him. 8:52, ready to get out of the house. Grabbing my backpack, grabbing my skis. And at that moment I realized I forgot my ski boots. And I forgot to make my bed as well. I make my bed before every single comp, and I almost forgot that day. Maybe that's why it went bad. Because you have to start with an accomplishment to then move on to your day and accomplish other things. Right, see you at the cafe.
Gabriel.
It's a freezing day, probably around minus 15 degrees at this moment. And I was about 15 minutes early on what we had scheduled. Remove the ice from the car. A little good morning to the crew. Are you ready? I think so. Here we are, ready to drive up the mountain with Tib Mania, my teammate.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! It's Max World.
Max World. Welcome. Je dormir?
Bien et toi? We made it up the mountain, so we grab our boots, grab our skis, we still have a ton of time, and finally it's time for a coffee and breakfast. The double black at the bottom of the Kicking Horse Mountain Resort, great BLT bagel for breakfast, and a nice cup of coffee. Perfect start to the day. So we were just hanging out with the crew. We had quite some time and it was very cold outside, so we were waiting for the snowboard categories to be over, and then we were gonna make our way up to the mountain. Cleaning my Sungod goggles, very important step of the preparation. And clean it a bit more, and a little more, and a bit more. Don't want to have anything bothering you in your eye vision.
Come on, come on. Yes, boy.
Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah!
Come on, hold it. And a back three, back three. Oh, no, he's got too much speed.
And we were watching the snowboard man, Cody, going for a sick run. Always a very long waiting period. You're kind of trying to have a good timing. You will always end up waiting because it's better to wait than be in a rush. And here we are, taking the cabin. Time to freeze our ass up on the mountain. And we're finally able to get out of this insanely long gondola, which is literally insanely long. Little ski adjustment, which ended up showing itself being very useless. Stay tuned to see why. And with a lot of love, I put my skis down, adjust my poles to the right size 107, and off we go. No warm-up lap, just straight to the start. Maybe I should have done a warm-up lap. No, it's fine. We had to walk a little bit, so that was enough warm-up for me. Taking some speed so I don't have to push too much. Then having to go through the safety check that we always have to do. But this time it caught quite a lot of riders by surprise that they were actually checking that we had our avalanche airbags and full canisters. So some riders had to go borrow backpack because they didn't have the canister with them. And that's why you have an electric airbag, so you can travel with it, no problem. Yo.
Go.
How's it going? You. And there comes the hike. No, I hate the hike. I just don't like to walk. It was not a scary hike. It was like a 10-minute hike. Verbier was like an hour and a half. Hiking up with Carl in the back, Christopher in the front, setting the pace. And then I actually walked down to have a look at my first jump, but I did a terrible job at filming that. Little pipi du stress. Get all the pressure off with a nice view. And probably cough number 3500 of the video. Got a little sick a few days before the comp, so hadn't recovered 100% yet. And now the most painful 25 minutes of always at every single comp. Waiting for your turn, waiting, just waiting and watching and observing. And on that phase we could basically see 95% of the run from the top. So we were just watching everyone, having a look at what the others are doing and maybe doing the last little adjustments on their runs, and my mind was pretty set on what I wanted to do. Little GoPro check, make sure it's running. I got ready, 2 competitors before me. The nerves increase a lot at this moment when you click into your skis and you make sure that everything's ready. Goggles are tight, poles are on, boots are tight, and again, just waiting. Hey Siri, skip this song.
Good luck and have fun.
Thank you. I had to make sure that my song was gonna play, because in the last comp I didn't get the right song. And so this time I had to make sure that I was gonna get the right song. I played the song before my song and then told Siri to skip it just before dropping. It worked. I got my song.
Bib 12, start 1, dropping in 30 seconds.
At this moment I had to ask Ben to move. He was standing on the traverse where everyone's been standing for hours, but no rider went there, which was kind of fun. Finally, it's time to drop. And then I think this drop-in was the most satisfying dropping of my career. Just because all the tracks were going either straight or left. And then I just decided to go fully right, which felt sick.
Joyeux anniversaire, maman! C'est pour toi!
Bib 12, dropping from start 1 in 3, 2, 1, dropping!
Kind of almost got hung up there, but I wasn't too worried about this first traverse. I knew it would be fine to take my time. A little hop into the good snow and then just straight over the cliff. Got a bit backseat, but nothing too major. And then this was a deciding moment of my run that I had no idea how it was gonna work out. I just like saw the lip and kind of knew I was gonna get launched, but it also didn't look very good. So I was super stoked at this moment that that top part worked out the way I had planned it. And then coming in here, I wanted to do a backflip, but initially I wanted to backy more off the right, but I saw Wei Tian do the backy just straight over the middle. So I thought of doing the same. And then as I come in, maybe a little less secure than I should have been, I just wanted to do a little speed check and my ski just gets hung up into the snow. I feel my binding click out and I'm just like, oh no. And then I was basically forced into a front flip.
Are you f***ing kidding me? No!
And that was it. Immense frustration from being super stoked and actually like making the top of the run work to then just having such an unfortunate crash. Not really out of any of my fault, more because of the conditions, because of the snow that just kind of ate my ski and got unbuckled. So very frustrating. You can see I'm just like so disappointed. That was a proper walk of shame back up to my ski. Then I even decided to do a slide of shame.
What the fuck? No!
I don't know if it would have been a winning run. I think it could have done really good because it was very different. It had never been done before in this phase. I think I was on course for a winning run. For sure, it still would have depended on what I would have done in the bottom. I was really planning on doing that next backflip and then probably do another 360 and probably also a backflip on the wind lip at the bottom. So yeah, probably could have gotten a quite good result and saved my qualification. And that's how it goes sometimes.
God, the hardest thing was done.
I think what was really hard to digest as well is that the top part was the part that I wasn't 100% sure about, and I had my doubts, and this part was basically done. And then I just had to do the classic down the bottom, which a bunch of riders did, and it clearly worked. Yeah, that definitely made it a pretty hard pill to swallow. And then that's it. Then your babe was pissed and went back to the room and threw stuff around, and yes, that was a difficult moment. Alright, well, that's it. Driving back to Calgary Airport, heading back home. Very, very tough pill to swallow, but I guess that's free ride. You gotta get lucky sometimes, you won't get lucky other times, and yeah, pretty bummed. Top of the run was so good, scoped out such a cool line, and like really managed to make it work really well, and then everything just like fell apart. But it's alright. Heading to Georgia next week, next comp, get a safe rundown, make sure to make the cut, and then we can go full send again in Silvaplana and byeeee. So let's go. Peace. That's it. Peace out. Let's have dinner. I'm tired. What time is it in Canada? So happy to be home.